All right, so we're starting off week 34 and started off with some bench press as normal, International Chest Day. Doing these off the trolley arms, and these are supposed to be one count paused on the chest. This is my top set, which is looking like 235. My shoulder's been kind of bothering me a little bit on some of the bench movements and some of the overhead movements, so I've been keeping it light. After that, moved into log press. The way that this works, this is a pressing thing that our coach is having us do this training cycle. So you press as many times as you can with about 40 to 50% of your 1 rep max, which this is a 100-pound log. And then I was doing sets of 4 for as long as I could. I ended up doing a grand total of like 96 repetitions, 16 in the initial, and then I did another 20 sets of 4. Then I did some incline bench on my awesome zero gap bench. Go ahead and click to watch the video above. And then Tuesday, we went straight into some squats. Squats are moving great. These are low bar squats. We do some high bar later on in the week, but I'm really happy with how they're feeling. At the end of the last training cycle, I was definitely not feeling how I wanted to. After that, went into some rows for some deadlift assistance. And then went into Wednesday. Wednesday, there was some overhead press, and we're looking at, honestly, I can't recall the weight, but this is a pretty good weight for me. I remember being very satisfied with the amount of weight that I was putting overhead on the push press. And then close grip or Swiss bar paused bench, which you can see here from 2 different angles. Now, it hits the safeties every single time, but I promise you that I keep it off of them during the actual rest. It's just hitting them. Thursday was deadlift day, and we worked up to a heavy 440-ish pounds. I don't remember off the top of my head again. But these felt awesome. It was so cool to go heavy. After my surgery, this is the first time I pulled a deadlift really heavy. And then went into high bar squats. So on Tuesdays, I do low bar. On Thursdays, I do high bar. I'm a big sissy when it comes to high bar squatting, and I kept the weight light because my shoulder just wasn't having it this particular day, so I think I only went up to 225. After that, did some rows, and I wanted to do something different, so I threw the cable attachment on with a band. And there's Captain America there. And the band actually kept the pendulum from swinging, which was nice, so it just went up and down. So that brings us to Strongman Saturday. So here's 105 for a good double. And then I ended up just working on singles. So circus dumbbell is not one of my strong points, and I'm trying to make it one. My current PR is 140, and here's 125 for what was an easy one, and then I kind of lost my balance and had to run away. After that was the car deadlift simulator. What I'm trying to do here with the chains, and this is going to evolve throughout the training cycles, I'm going to add more and more chains to the front. So I'll probably load to like 400-ish pounds and then add chains to get it as heavy as possible. That way it kind of simulates how the car deadlift apparatus like bends, and then you pick up all the weight towards the end. And then after that, we were doing some sandbag loading. This was supposed to be a carry and load, but this day had already gone so long. Wichita Falls has Hotter Than Hell, and we had run up the street to cheer on some of the bicyclists in Hotter Than Hell race. And we had all the kids out in the gym this day, so everything was just moving nice and slow. So what you're looking at here is my top set of 250 pounds. And I ended up loading this 3 times, and that's a 50-inch bar. Bar is 50 inches off the ground. I was having a really hard time, and I don't really understand why. The sandbag used to be fairly light for me, but just got to refocus, kind of get into my Zen moment, and then just triple extend all the way over the top. For the actual competition that's coming up, I will have to do, I don't know, I think it's 200 pounds for the sandbag, so not heavy, 50 pounds lighter, but I'll have to carry it and then load it as many times as possible. And by my figure, if I do some conditioning work with sandbags and then I also do some strength work, I'll be able to dominate that particular part of the event. One last load. All right, so moving on. This is what we did for grip work. We did some grip endurance work using the Iron Mind Rolling Thunder, and we set it up like a Hercules hold attached to my truck. And I held it for as long as I could with 100 pounds, and then just switched hands. This has been awesome. This is a really awesome thing. If you have a pulley system and a Rolling Thunder, set this up. It's really not that difficult to set up. You can get creative with how you need to set it up, but it has been an awesome, awesome thing to have. It also helps if you have someone to help you get into position. But that's pretty much it for week 34. So if you like this video, go ahead and leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, please, by clicking the upper left-hand corner. Clicking on one of the videos will go ahead and bring you to one of my other training or equipment videos. And other than that, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to tune in next week for week 35. I'll see you next time.